Hi, and welcome to another episode of NDF Inside NDF, sponsored by National Dance Foundation. Each week, we interview another fascinating member and mover and shaker of the dance industry. This podcast is dedicated to dance and dance education and all those who make it happen. Inside NDF is sponsored by National Dance Foundation with the mission of hashtag KIC, kindness, inclusion, and community. And our goal is reaching out and creating opportunities to give everyone a chance to dance. So we are so excited and we're happy to introduce today Josh Olson and Daniel Browning of DEEP, which you will get to learn all about, Dance Elite Educators Program, and they also share these values. So it's an honor and a privilege to have them with us today. So let's get started. So Josh, let's start with you. Tell us about yourself. You and I have worked together with United Dance Merchants of America, UDMA. I know you have had the company Dance Recital Tickets, now known as DRT Performing Ticks. So did you start out with an interest in dance?
Yes, actually, I did. Back in when I was in college, I did some social ballroom and Latin, and it really wasn't until though I went and deployed to Iraq for a year that I rekindled my interest in social salsa dancing. And so when I came back to the States, I kind of leaned really hard into the dance community. I got hooked up with Dancer magazine and started working on projects with dance competitions and eventually settled into DRT performance ticks, known at the time as dance recital ticketing. And from there, it's just been a really fun joyride through the dance industry, meeting lots of really wonderful people. So it just
That's
couldn't be more exciting.
exciting. And we know it's grown into deep, and that's what we're going to focus on. So, Daniel, you are a little bit of a different path. So, you did have an interest in dance. So, can you tell us about yourself?
Yeah, so I think my passion in dance started probably 10 to 15 years ago. I went through an agency where I met a 9-year-old boy that was bullied and picked on and things like that. And I had the pleasure of watching him blossom using the art of dance and seeing the impact that dance had on his life. And so I just transformed my vision and my purpose and what I did as a dancer. And so I've taken that to many different places. I've had the pleasure of teaching with studios, working with conventions, starting my own convention, and I continue today to try to use dance and the art that it is to inspire so many people.
Well, that's near and dear to our heart because for years we used to have a Kick It campaign, which was anti-bullying. So that it touches me tremendously. Well, don't be shy. Please tell us the name of your dance convention.
Yeah, so it's called Unleashed, and it's geared towards educating folks in the dance community on the history and the culture of hip hop. I think it's just important to revisit that and allow that vision to be correct and uh, the history to be taught correctly as well.
Love it. Love it. But now we're here to talk about both of your involvement with DEEP, Dance Elite Educators Program. So we're going to kind of take a walk through history and its development. So, Josh, who and how did this creation come about?
Well, so coming out of the pandemic of 2020, and in 2020 and 2021 were years which dance studios really struggled. And so as we started to see a resurgence in 2022, we really wanted to find a way to kind of give back to the dance community in a meaningful way, which meant that Stephanie and I, who was the other owner of DRT, we looked at what can we do as biggest impact. And we realized that giving out small cash offerings of $50 here, $100 there wasn't really going to make an impact to the level we wanted to do. So we decided that we were going to just make some huge prize packs, give them out to some of our clients, and we were going to bring in some vendors from the space to contribute to these, and we ended up giving out over $40,000
Wow.
in cash and cash equivalent and costumes and uh, so many things. So uh, we kicked it off kind of as a very I wouldn't say last minute, but we started the process at UDMA, advertising it. We had a big display of money, and we really just wanted to get as many people involved in this process as we could. And that year we had we actually produced the event in house. We had we turned our office into a sound stage, and we hired an outside an MC from the local news community to come in there and host it for us, which was probably one of the best decisions we made, because otherwise that first event was it was crazy. It was
But
a lot of
fun.
fun though. It
But
was a lot of
fun.
fun.
So I was looking through everything. Now in 2022, in your kit that you gave out, you really focused on getting industry organizations back to thriving, like you said, post-pandemic. So how did it come about with the industry organizations, kind of what was included in that kit and who got involved that first year?
Um, well, the revival kit ended up being mostly just cash. It was $5,000 in cash, plus some cash equivalencies from costume companies. It was primarily companies like Glamour and Revolution and Hamilton's providing some cash in kind, and then we also got some smaller vendors to provide flowers and whatnot, like some door prizes for the event. Um, and so all around, it was about $40,000 in cash and prizes, broken into five main revival kits plus lots of door prizes.
That's a great start, because now then we go on to 2023 and it talks about your industry prizes and you're rewarded with the knowledge of fine arts. So it tells us you're kind of making a really exciting development about this new aspect. So how did you highlight it and how did you reward?
So going into year two of the thing, we wanted to kind of change it up a little bit because studios were more stable than they were. There wasn't as much need to give out those big cash prizes to try to revive. And we knew that our long-term goal was to develop into what we became in year three, but we needed to have a transition year to kind of feel out some things. So we brought in more industry partners. We focused on giving them um, some time to speak directly to our audience, kind of tell them what the new stuff is going on. And we also then moved the production out to a professional facility. We brought in another MC. We had just a much higher production value, laying the framework for what was going to be year three of the event.
And year three was quite exciting. So that's year 2024, which National Dance Foundation was also very happy to contribute to. So now you celebrated your organization, support staff, and students. So you gave out three categories: Organization of the Year, Educator of the Year. One of my favorites is next, Inspirational Student Award. So
Absolutely.
all three exciting. So first, can you tell us a little bit about the winners?
Well, so with this year's event, we finally landed on the format that we want to do going forward. We really want to, as we are the DRT Elite Educators Program, or DEEP, we really wanted to focus on what really makes this industry thrive, which is the people. And we couldn't do this without the studios that are brave to open up these brick and mortar buildings and not know what's going to happen. You have these teachers that grew up in the dance studio and now are giving back to the next generation of dancers. Then you have all of these dancers who come into these studios with maybe fear and trepidation, but leave with just a lifelong set of memories and friends and experiences. And dance studios are not really about teaching dance at the end of the day. They're about teaching life.
Correct.
Right?
That's our mission, and we align with those type of studios. So I'm 100% with you.
Absolutely. And so this year we were able to, we got nominations. I think it was over 2,400 nominations from across the country, primarily in, believe it or not, Organization of the Year and Educator of the Year. And then we also opened it up to Student of the Year. But believe it or not, more people were willing to nominate their studios and their teachers than themselves, which I thought was absolutely amazing. But at the end of the year, after all of the votes were tallied, and we did a social media component to that, where we asked people to chime in on social media. We looked at these, we ran these by some industry professionals, and we ended up with three really wonderful wonderful sets of people. We ended up having 9 finalists,
Wow.
three in each of the categories. But we ended up with organization of the year was Shapes, Dance, and Acro. Just for all of the amazing work that they've done throughout the years. Contemporary Dance, Jennifer Lentz of Contemporary Dance was the Educator of the Year, and her work just with all of the students and just the story that she told was so compelling. And then the Inspirational Dancer of the Year, and this was a it's just an amazing young lady. It's Eve of Midwest Dance Center. Through so much adversity, she was able to just bring a massive light to her studio, and we were more than happy and just honored to be able to give her the award. And with all of our finalists, all of their stories were very compelling, and it's very difficult to narrow it down.
That's a good thing.
It is a good thing, and we're very excited about what the following years are going to become as we expand the program and maybe tell the stories even in more detail next year.
We would love to help with that. And ironically, your Student of the Year, Midwest Dance Center, has been an active studio and proud partner for National Dance Foundation. So
good.
We think very highly of them. So it's amazing what you're doing. I mean, it's amazing. So we hope as National Dance Foundation to be more involved and looking forward to working together with that. Now, were these winners able to be present at the December 17th event, or was it kind of half and half live, half in person, half studio, or how did that work?
So the event itself was broadcast live, and the winners were announced live. Unfortunately, we were not able to have the winners in the studio, but we do understand that many of them had watch parties at their studios, and they were able to celebrate with their friends and their families,
Very
their loved
nice.
ones as they won. So, from what we were told afterwards, it was a very amazing experience for those people.
I can imagine. Now, and this is Daniel, kind of to you, coming to be in the dance world. Organizations such as DEEP are such a positive force in the dance community. That's really what National Dance Foundation is all about. We are just a foundation to encourage that type of attitude and award those and give people an opportunity to speak out. So why do you think such as our mission or anyone's mission is so important to include that kindness, inclusion, and community?
Yeah, that's something that I'm a big advocate on. I've just seen the power and impact that simply being kind to somebody can do. It's changed lives single-handedly, and being able to pair that with an art form that we all love in dance takes it to a whole nother level. And there's so many ways and things that you can do with that, and it's exciting to see you guys capitalize on that and utilize that, and see so many others come together. Dance is a universal language, and to see so many speak it and communicate together, and to see National Dance Week and so many across the world come together and just show that unison and that community. It's such a powerful thing, and I think most importantly, it makes people feel less alone and feel more like they're a part of something.
Very true. And people sometimes think that it's just the dancer that is, so affected by dance and coming to dance. But sometimes, and as a teacher, you can speak about this as a dancer. It's just that person who literally comes faithfully one class a week every year, and it means everything to them. And it's very impactful on their life, that dance class.
It is, and you never know what someone's going through. You never know.
Correct. So, Josh, when is your event for 2025?
Well, I wish I could tell you exactly when it's going to be. We have talked about moving it into January after the new year of 2026 as a wrap up for 2025.
That's a great idea.
Well, yes, I agree.
It's a good idea. And I'm thinking of it because, we just moved National Dance Week to the beginning of October from April, because sometimes, it's easier for studios too. So January is a good time for studios too and organizations. Well, we will definitely support you. So what should someone do if they want more information?
Well, there's a link on our website. Let me which can we post the link in the comment
Absolutely.
section? Okay. So
Absolutely.
so so we'll post that link. That's going to be your primary source of information. Of course, you're always welcome to call us.
Good.
And it's the phone number is 706-550-1416. Just give us a call. You can always ask.
And we'll have the link and the information. You'll give it to us and we will put it. This airs on YouTube. It'll be always in the comment
Okay.
section and in Spotify. So before we leave, would you both like to add a final comment?
Daniel, you first.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just grateful to be a part of it, and as a dancer, it's heartwarming to see so many organizations such as yourself do so much for the dance community and the dance world. Knowing how much dance has done for myself and my family and those around me, it's just always good to see everyone come together and continue to push and advocate for so many using the art of dance, and to be able to reward it through something like what we do in Deep is special.
Yeah. And as the CEO of DRT Performance Ticks and Deep, it's just really an honor to be able to give back to the community that has treated me so well over the years. I'm I haven't been a seasoned dancer all my life like so many others, but I can feel the energy from the people that I interact with when I go to these when I go to the shows, when I go to the trade shows and conventions, and I'm surrounded by dancers. The energy is beautiful, and it's just such an honor to be able to serve that community back and to be a part of it.
Josh, what you've created is amazing. I mean, I wish you the best. The National Dance Foundation is going to be much more active in helping you to support that. So I thank you both for coming. I thank everyone again for tuning in. And again, if you'd like to learn more about National Dance Foundation, please visit nationaldancefoundation.org. If you'd like to learn more about Deep, please look in the comment section below. So we will see you again next Friday, 12 noon. And in the meantime, as always, keep dancing. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.